feeling invisible and forgotten as you age. It's a deep, painful wound, and it doesn't heal on its own. Every day, many older adults struggle with loneliness, loss of self-worth, and the fear that true happiness is out of reach. It's not just sadness, it's the heavy silence, the feeling that you no longer matter. The truth is harsh. Time doesn't fix this. If you don't act, these feelings only grow stronger, stealing away your peace, your joy, and your confidence. But it doesn't have to stay this way. There are real, simple steps you can take to rebuild your self-worth, reconnect with love, and find happiness again. No matter your age. Stay with me. I'll show you how to start today. Number 1, self-love rebuilds your worth. We all know that love is important, but did you know that it starts with yourself? Many of us forget that self-love is the foundation for feeling truly happy and fulfilled. Edward, like many older adults, struggled with self-doubt. He felt overlooked and unimportant. As time passed, he started feeling like he didn't matter, like no one really saw him. Does that sound familiar? For a long time, Edward carried this heavy feeling that something was wrong with him. But over time, he began to make small changes. It wasn't overnight and it wasn't easy, but with some quiet moments of self-reflection, he began to see himself differently. He realized that self-care, even in small ways, could make a big difference. Just like Edward, many of us feel the weight of life's challenges, especially as we grow older. It's easy to feel like we've been forgotten, but the truth is, you're never too old to start caring for yourself. Self-love isn't about being perfect or always feeling happy. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Here's a simple tip. Start with just 10 minutes a day. It doesn't matter what it is, reading a book, enjoying a hobby, or even taking a quiet rest. These small moments add up, and over time, they help you reconnect with who you really are. What's important is that you're showing yourself that you're worthy of time and care. Research shows that practicing self-compassion, treating yourself with kindness when things don't go right, can help reduce anxiety and increase overall happiness. In fact, studies have found that when older adults practice self-compassion, they feel more connected to themselves and less overwhelmed by the challenges they face. So I encourage you today to ask yourself, what's one thing you can do for yourself? Maybe it's taking a moment to breathe. Maybe it's trying something new. Whatever it is, remember that you deserve it. Self-love is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself, no matter your age. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you can do today to show love to yourself? Drop it in the comments below. Let's share our ideas and inspire each other. Number 2, letting go frees your heart. We all carry around baggage. Past hurt, disappointments, and broken relationships can weigh us down. It's easy to let these things linger and hold us back from living fully. Edward learned this lesson the hard way. His relationship with his family was strained for years, all because of misunderstandings from the past. For a long time, he held on to that pain, but one day he made the decision to forgive. He chose to let go, and something incredible happened. As soon as he forgave, his ability to love and connect with others grew in ways he hadn't imagined. His relationships improved. He felt lighter. If you're holding on to something from the past, ask yourself, how is it serving you? Is it helping you grow, or is it just weighing you down? Sometimes we think that by holding on to old hurts, we're protecting ourselves. But in reality, it often does the opposite. Forgiveness isn't about excusing the wrongs done to us. It's about freeing ourselves from the grip of anger, resentment, and pain. It's about choosing peace, and when we make that choice, it opens up space in our hearts for new love and joy to come in. Here's a simple exercise to help you start letting go. Take a piece of paper and write down any old grudges or past hurts that you're holding on to. Write down everything, even the smallest things. Once you've done that, take a moment to reflect. Then, symbolically, let them go. Tear up the paper and imagine those past hurts dissolving away with it. It's a small act, but it can be incredibly freeing. Research has shown that forgiveness is not just good for your emotional well-being, it's also good for your body. Studies have found that people who forgive tend to have lower stress levels, lower blood pressure, and even better sleep. It's especially true for older adults. So letting go of old pain is not just an emotional choice, it's also a healthy one. So I encourage you to think about something from your past that you may still be holding on to. Is it time to let it go? Have you ever let go of something that was holding you back? Share your story below. It might help you heal, and it could help others too. Number 3, vulnerability deepens real connection. Have you ever thought about what makes love truly deep and meaningful? Edward learned that the secret to true love is vulnerability, showing your true self even when it feels uncomfortable. It's not easy, but it's the key to building stronger connections with the people we care about. Let me tell you a real-life story. Edward had a close friend who, for a long time, found it hard to open up. This friend kept their feelings hidden, not wanting to share personal struggles or emotions. It wasn't that they didn't trust Edward, but they were afraid of being judged or misunderstood. Over time, though, this friend realized something important. The more they allowed themselves to be vulnerable, the stronger their bond with Edward became. By sharing their true feelings, they both grew closer and understood each other on a much deeper level. Vulnerability helps us build emotional intimacy. It's about letting down the walls we put up to protect ourselves. As we get older, we naturally seek deeper connections with the people around us. Being vulnerable allows us to form authentic relationships that truly nourish us. Now, I know it can feel a bit scary to be vulnerable, especially if you're not used to opening up. But here's a simple tip. Start small. You don't have to share everything all at once. Maybe start by opening up to a close friend or a family member about something personal, something you've never shared before. It could be a memory, a feeling, or a worry. This helps break down the walls between you and others. Little by little, you'll see how vulnerability fosters trust and creates stronger, more meaningful connections. Research also shows that vulnerability is essential to forming lasting relationships, especially as we get older. It helps us connect on a deeper emotional level. When we open up, we invite others to do the same, which leads to more understanding and support. So here's something for you to think about. Is there someone in your life you could be a little more vulnerable with today? It might feel uncomfortable at first, but it could lead to a stronger, more meaningful bond. Let us know how you plan to approach it. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Number 4, change renews your spirit. As we grow older, it's easy to feel like we've done everything, and the world starts to slow down. But change doesn't have to stop when you retire or reach a certain age. In fact, embracing change, no matter how big or small, is one of the best ways to rediscover joy, build self-worth, and grow. Edward's story is a perfect example of how change, even later in life, can lead to something truly fulfilling. After retiring, Edward felt lost. He wasn't sure what his purpose was anymore. The structure of work had disappeared, and with it, a sense of direction. But instead of letting this feeling hold him back, Edward took a chance on something he had always been curious about: gardening. At first, it was just a way to pass the time, but soon he found himself deeply enjoying it. Not only did he find peace in caring for plants, but he also started teaching others how to garden. Helping others brought him a renewed sense of purpose. It gave him something to look forward to, and he realized he still had value to offer the world. If you're feeling uncertain about your purpose, consider trying something new, just like Edward did. It doesn't have to be a huge change. It could be something as simple as learning a new skill, picking up a hobby you've always thought about, or starting a fitness routine. Even small changes can lead to big rewards. Research has shown that keeping our brains engaged by learning new things is crucial for our mental health and self-esteem. It can boost your mood, improve memory, and even help protect against cognitive decline. So no matter your age, it's never too late to start something new. Think about it. What's something you've always wanted to try but haven't yet? It could be something creative, something physical, or even something social. If you've been putting it off, now might be the perfect time to dive in. You might surprise yourself by how much joy and fulfillment it brings. Remember, change doesn't always have to be big to make a difference. Sometimes it's the little steps that can lead to the most meaningful changes in your life. So what new thing have you always wanted to try but haven't yet? Let us know in the comments. Number 5, love thrives on acceptance, not perfection. Love can be tricky. especially as we get older. We might start thinking that love means finding someone who is perfect, someone who fits all of our ideals and expectations. But the truth is, love is not about perfection. It's about accepting the people we care about. And that includes accepting ourselves too. Take Edward, for example. Edward was in a relationship with his partner, someone he cared for deeply. But both of them were navigating their later years, which brought its own set of challenges. They both realized something important. Love wasn't about finding the perfect partner who had it all together. It was about finding someone you could be vulnerable with, someone with whom you could grow together, flaws and all. As they spent more time together, they both came to understand that real love means accepting the person as they are, not trying to change them. It's about embracing each other's quirks, habits, and even imperfections. Because let's be honest, none of us are perfect. And the longer you're with someone, the more you see that we all have our own challenges. But it's in accepting these things where true love thrives. If you're thinking about your own relationships, consider this. Instead of trying to change your partner or loved ones, try focusing on understanding them and appreciate the unique qualities that make them who they are. It's easy to focus on the things that annoy us or don't fit our idea of perfection. But what happens when we stop doing that? What happens when we start seeing our loved ones for who they truly are and not for who we want them to be? Research shows that true love, especially in long-term relationships, is built on understanding and acceptance, not on chasing after an impossible idea of perfection. In fact, many of the happiest and most lasting relationships are the ones where both people can be themselves, flaws and all. So, if you're in a relationship right now, or if you're thinking about your connections with family and friends, remember this: love isn't about perfection. It's about acceptance. It's about being there for each other, even when things aren't perfect. And when we practice that, we find a deeper, more lasting connection. Do you feel loved and accepted in your relationships? Let's talk about it in the comments below. Edward's journey teaches us some powerful lessons. He shows us that it all starts with self-love. When we learn to love ourselves, we can let go of the past and truly forgive. Embracing vulnerability becomes easier, and with it, we make room for change and growth. Most importantly, Edward teaches us that love isn't about perfection, it's about acceptance. It's about embracing who we are and who others are, flaws and all. The key to fulfillment and self-worth, no matter your age, is simple. Love starts with the choices you make today. Whether it's loving yourself or others, every decision you make can transform your life. You have the power to shape your future, and it all begins now. If you found these lessons helpful, share this video with someone who could use a little inspiration. And don't forget to subscribe so we can continue this journey of self-improvement together. Follow us for more tips on love, life, and self-improvement. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.